Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, for today's video, I am so excited to do a review on this foundation. I've been wanting to buy a full bottle of this foundation because this foundation this isn't going to be a first impression review because I've already tried this foundation, just a small 5 ml tube that I tried the first time I tried this. When I first tried this foundation, it looked so flawless on my skin. I wanted to buy the full bottle of this, but it was so hard for me to get this because of how expensive it is. But now I finally get the chance to buy this because this foundation is about to be discontinued because they reformulated it, but I was able to buy this at a really low price, so I was able to buy this foundation, and this is the YSL Touche Éclat Le Teint or Le Teint. I don't know how you pronounce it, but anyway, this is a YSL foundation, and this is their Touche Éclat line, and this is a glow foundation. Now here's the box, as you can see, and it claims to be a long wear glow, breathable, medium coverage, all day hydration with SPF of 22. And here in the description, here at the box, it says here in the box, it is a glow foundation with flawless, breathable, medium coverage and all day hydration, long wear glow. Our reflection technology captures and diffuses our iconic light of Touche Éclat to enhance skin's luminosity all day long. Breathable medium coverage, flawless yet breathable coverage for even makeup results in a weightless fluid texture without cakey effect. For me, I don't think this is medium coverage. It feels more like a full coverage for me. And it says all day hydration and comfort, infused with marigold bloom extract, mallow extract, and vitamin E derivative. The formula protects skin from dryness and prevents dull complexion. Skin appears brighter, more even toned, not dimmed by shadows. Tested under dermatological control, non-comedogenic. Now, I already tried this foundation about 3 years ago. I bought a small 5 ml tube. When I first tried it, I fell so in love with the finish of this foundation. The first time I tried this, I was in the shade B40 Sand. That shade was slightly darker for me, and despite that being darker, it looks flawless on me. And it was a little pinkish too. So then I saw somebody posted a small 10 ml bottle of this, which is in the shade B30. So I bought a small size 10 ml, and that's how I discovered that my perfect shade is in the shade, as you can see here, the shade is B30. So when I finally get the chance to buy this foundation, I also got in the shade, I don't know if you can see it, it's B30 Almond. So let's start with the review. Now I'm gonna shake this bottle. So like I said, this isn't going to be a first impression review, but I'll just do a review for you guys. Let's shake this foundation. When I apply this foundation, the tools that I love using is this brush here. This is the brush that I love using this foundation. When I tried this is the best brush for me to use this. This is from Hera. This is their glow. This is their foundation brush 01. This is actually bought together with their Hera Glow Lasting Foundation. Now, this foundation was released in the year when COVID arrived. It was in the year 2020. Hera also released their Glow Lasting Foundation, and I'm really sorry for the brand Hera. It's one of my most favorite Korean brand, but I regret buying that Hera Glow Lasting Foundation. Instead, I should have bought this foundation because Hera Glow Lasting Foundation was so oily on my face that it wasn't suitable for my oily skin. It really made my face so oily the whole day, and I should have bought this foundation instead of that Glow Lasting. So here it is. I finally got it after 5 years. So let's start applying this. Okay, just start with the pump. Okay, as you can see, it's so runny. So let me spread. Now remember, I'm in the shade B30 Almond. What's so great about this brush is that you can actually, when you pat the foundation with this brush, it kind of blends well and there's no streaking, which is what this brush is so great. Okay, this is the foundation on one side of my face, and this is without the foundation. As you can see how it's not an oily glow, which is what I fell in love with this, because the finish is so beautiful. It looks flawless, and this is what I love about this. As you can see, it gives a nice healthy glow instead of an oily glow. It's not a dewy glow, it gives a nice radiance. This is what I call a healthy glow. It doesn't give you an obvious look that you're wearing makeup. It has a really nice natural finish. So I'm gonna apply the foundation on the rest of my face. Okay, now that the foundation is on my face, now this is how the foundation looks, the whole face. As you can see, the coverage is you can definitely see that it's medium coverage and first application. The first layer gives a medium coverage, but because I can still see my pimple here is peeking through, and my dark under eye circles, it's still peeking through, and some of my dark spots. But what I like about this foundation is that I can build up the coverage. It's like I can still apply another layer on areas that I wanted to add coverage, like I don't need a concealer. So I'm gonna build up the coverage and add coverage on my areas like my under eye circles and my dark spots and my blemishes here. So I'm gonna use this puff to blend everything just to make sure it's all set. Okay, this is how the foundation looks Now I'm gonna do a wear test on this foundation, and so you can see how this foundation performs, and I will tell you every detail of how I review this foundation. So I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, here's an update on my review for this YSL Touche Éclat Le Teint foundation. A few hours ago, I was sweating a lot. I sweat a lot because of work. I was carrying a lot of chairs, like about 50 chairs, and I also carried around 9 tables because it's part of my work, and I sweat a lot. And here's how the foundation performs when you're sweating. As you can see, there's no fading. I can say that even though it's a glow foundation, it actually resists sweating. There's no fading, and the foundation is still there. So this is what I love about this foundation, that despite being a glow foundation, it didn't fade with sweat. I sweat a lot, so this is good. It didn't fade, there's no caking or anything. It's still, you see my forehead is where it really sweats a lot. And as you can see, the glow is still there. So that's my update for this foundation. I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, it's time for me to blot my face. Okay, here's my update for me wearing this foundation. I've been wearing this foundation for about almost 12 hours already. Almost 12 hours have passed, and this is how the foundation looks. As you can see, right now I'm sweating, and even if I sweat, the foundation is still in place. Some parts are fading, like here under my nose area, right here, and there's some fading and separation here in the chin area, but not that bad. Unlike my other foundations, whenever they separate and fade on my chin area, they look so bad. But for this foundation, it looks tolerable, and it still looks good. From afar, it looks still good. And you can see there's some flaws here up close. Like for example, here in my eye area, there's creasing, the foundation crease in my eye area, and then there's also some creasing in my fine lines, because when I review this foundation, I'm not wearing any primer and I'm not wearing any powder, so that's the reason why there's some creasing. So if I use primer and powder, if I set this with powder, it will have less creasing here. So this is my review. As you can see, the foundation really lasts throughout the day, but some parts it didn't last long, but most parts of my face it lasts really long. So this is my final update on reviewing this foundation without any primer and powder. So on the next day, I'm gonna do another wear test of this foundation together with primer, and I'll set this with powder. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, today is the second day of me reviewing this YSL Touche Éclat Le Teint foundation, and this time I'm going to use primer and set this with powder. So let's get started. So the primer I'm gonna using is of course my favorite primer, MAC Studio Fix Mattifying Primer. Next, foundation. Let's give it a shake. And then I blend with the puff to make sure the foundation adheres to my skin and blends well. Oh yeah, with this foundation, I don't think I need a concealer for this, but I can just layer areas that I need to add coverage. Okay, sorry guys, my mic just suddenly got off. It seems that the battery wasn't enough for me to. The battery of my mic wasn't enough. I recorded with applying powder and setting spray. So here's how the foundation looks like. I set this with powder and with setting spray. So this is how the look. So I'm gonna do another wear test of this foundation now that it is set with powder and setting spray. So I'll give you an update later. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, last and final update of me reviewing the YSL Touche Éclat Le Teint foundation. Now here's how the foundation performs when using with primer and powder, and set this with powder and set this with setting spray. As you can see, this is it claims to be 24-hour moisture and hydration, but for me it kind of feels moisturizing, which is why, as you can see, there's glow on my face. And here's how the foundation performs for its longevity. With the primer and setting powder and with the setting spray, there's still some fading, and it's usually here at the bridge of my nose, a little of the chin area, but even though some of those parts are fading, it's not that obvious that they're fading, especially from afar. But as you can see that glow. As you can see, my face is really my face is oily, but not too oily, like greasy oily, because I've been wearing this foundation for like 11 hours already, and it held up really well, and my face isn't too oily thanks to the primer and powder. I haven't even blot the whole day. Yesterday I blot, but today I haven't blot. So as you can see, this is how my face looks that I haven't blot today. Let's say if the foundation fades if I blot, because most foundation mixed with oil, they kind of fade in this. They fade. So let's see. Oh my goodness! Look at that oil. Here's another blotting paper for my forehead. As you can see, yeah, I picked up a lot of oil. Because this is actually my first blotting. And it's been 11 hours since I applied this foundation, so naturally a lot of oil has been produced. As you can see, there's 2 blotting papers, and obviously there's transfer on the blotting paper. This foundation doesn't claim that it is transfer proof, so don't expect this to be transfer proof, because it doesn't claim to be transfer proof. But it's still long wearing. As you can see, if I look at myself in the mirror, there is there's more fading here in my nose, here in my chin area. So because it transferred, there's more fading here in the nose, here in the chin area. But the rest, I don't think it's obvious that it's fading, because the longevity of this foundation is really good. So for me, I have oily skin, so I recommend this for oily skin. And I know this is a hydrating glow foundation, so a lot of people think that this is suitable for dry skin. Yes, this is suitable for dry skin, but for me, as someone with oily skin, I also recommend this for oily skin. So this is suitable for all skin types. So for people with oily skin, I highly recommend you to try this foundation if you wanted to have a nice glow finish without looking too oily. But of course, you have to set this with powder so that your face will not be too oily. So I recommend this glow foundation to oily skin. For the oxidation, the color doesn't look like it's really that oxidized. There's just slight oxidation, but as you can see, it's not too obviously the shade of the foundation is a perfect match for me. The shade is B30 Almond, and it's a perfect match for me. So there's not much of a difference from my face to my neck. So another point for this foundation is that it doesn't really oxidize much. There's just slight oxidation. So that's a good thing about this foundation. So I hope this review is helpful for you to be convinced to try this foundation. So if you do enjoy this review, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions and requests. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye. Oh, I love this foundation so much. It is so good. One of the best foundation I've ever tried.